Stoughton, Massachusetts, a town known for its tranquility, now grappling with a shocking crime. A former police officer, Matthew Farwell, stands accused of a horrifying act, the murder of a pregnant woman, Sandra Birchmore. Farwell, once sworn to protect, is now at the center of a case that has shattered the town's peace. The accusations are chilling, painting a picture of betrayal, abuse of power, and ultimately murder. The victim, Sandra Birchmore, was young and expecting a child. Her life, full of promise, was tragically cut short. Now, the community demands answers, demanding justice for Sandra. The story unfolds like a nightmare, a stark reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface of even the most peaceful places. The charges against Matthew Farwell are grave, casting a long shadow over his once respected career. He is accused of killing Sandra Birchmore, a young woman he had been involved with, a relationship that has now come under intense scrutiny. The relationship, authorities allege, was marred by an imbalance of power, a dynamic that would have profound consequences. Farwell, a police officer, used his position of authority to manipulate and control Birchmore, who was a minor when they met, exploiting her vulnerability. The accusations against Farwell are not limited to murder, they extend into other serious realms. He is also accused of sexual abuse and exploitation of a minor, charges that add to the gravity of the situation. The details as they emerge paint a disturbing picture of a man who preyed on a vulnerable young woman, using his power for personal gain. The weight of these charges is heavy, the potential consequences severe, reflecting the seriousness of the alleged crimes. If found guilty, Farwell could face life in prison, his freedom stripped away as punishment for his alleged crimes, a stark contrast to his former life. The legal battle ahead promises to be long and arduous, a quest for justice that will test the limits of the legal system and the resilience of all involved. Sandra Birchmore was more than just a victim. She was a daughter, a friend, a young woman with dreams and aspirations. Those who knew her describe her as kind, loving, and full of life. She was excited about becoming a mother, her joy palpable to those around her. The thought of holding her child in her arms, of showering her baby with love, filled her with hope. But Sandra's future was stolen from her, her dreams extinguished by an act of violence. Her life, tragically cut short, leaves behind a void that can never be filled. The pain of her loss is immeasurable, a wound that may never truly heal. When news of Sandra Birchmore's death first broke, it sent shockwaves through the community. Whispers of a possible connection to the former police officer Matthew Farwell began to circulate. As the investigation deepened, those whispers grew louder, transforming into cries for justice. The community, once a picture of tranquility, is now grappling with a mix of emotions: shock, grief, anger, and a profound sense of betrayal. The very person entrusted to protect them, to uphold the law, is now accused of a heinous crime. Protests have erupted, demanding answers, demanding accountability. The people of Stoughton refuse to let Sandra's death be forgotten, vowing to fight for justice until the truth is revealed. The outrage is palpable, a testament to the deep sense of injustice felt by the community. Section 5. Unsealed Records, Unanswered Questions. As the investigation into Sandra Birchmore's death progresses, more details are coming to light. Recently, unsealed court records reveal a troubling pattern of behavior by Matthew Farwell. The records detail allegations of sexual misconduct, abuse of power, and manipulation. They suggest a man who used his position of authority to exploit vulnerable individuals, his actions hidden behind the badge he wore. These revelations have only deepened the sense of outrage and betrayal felt by the community. They raise serious questions about what the police department knew and when they knew it. The pursuit of justice is often a long and winding road, but the community remains resolute in their demand for answers. Section 6. A community in shock. The impact of this case extends far beyond the courtroom. The people of Stoughton are grappling with the knowledge that someone they trusted, someone sworn to protect them, is now accused of a horrific crime. The sense of betrayal is profound. The very foundation of trust between law enforcement and the community has been shaken. Many are questioning whether they can rely on those sworn to protect them. The emotional toll on the community is immense. The case has sparked conversations about power, accountability, and the urgent need for police reform. The healing process will be long and difficult, but the community is determined to emerge stronger, more united, and more committed to justice than ever before. Section 7. Justice for Sandra. The pursuit of justice for Sandra Birchmore is about more than just holding one man accountable. It's about ensuring that such a tragedy never happens again. It's about demanding transparency and accountability from those in positions of power. It's about creating a system where victims feel safe coming forward, knowing that their voices will be heard and their abusers will be held responsible. It's about building a future where every member of the community feels safe and protected, regardless of their age, gender, or background. The fight for justice is a marathon, not a sprint. It will require unwavering dedication, courage, and a commitment to truth and accountability. The memory of Sandra Birchmore, her life tragically cut short, will fuel the fight for justice. Section 8. The weight of the badge. The allegations against Matthew Farwell have cast a dark shadow over the badge he once wore, a badge that once symbolized honor and duty. The case serves as a stark reminder of the immense responsibility that comes with being a law enforcement officer, a role that demands integrity and unwavering commitment. The badge is a symbol of trust, a symbol of protection, and a promise to uphold the law with fairness and justice. When that trust is broken, the consequences are devastating, rippling through the community and shaking the very foundation of public safety. The actions of one officer can tarnish the reputation of an entire department, eroding the fragile bond between law enforcement and the community they serve, a bond built on years of service and sacrifice. The Stoughton Police Department is now faced with the daunting task of rebuilding that trust, a task that requires time, effort, and sincere dedication. It's a challenge they must confront head-on, with transparency, accountability, and a genuine commitment to change, ensuring that such breaches of trust do not happen again. The weight of the badge is heavy, a constant reminder of the oath to serve and protect, an oath that must be honored every single day. Section 9. A promise for change. In the wake of this tragedy, there are calls for sweeping changes within the Stoughton Police Department and beyond. The community is demanding greater transparency, stricter accountability measures, and a renewed focus on building trust. These demands are not just about punishing wrongdoing, they are about preventing it from happening again. They are about creating a culture where abuse of power is not tolerated, where victims feel safe coming forward, and where justice is served. The road to reform will be long and arduous, but it is a journey that must be taken. The pursuit of justice demands it, and the memory of Sandra Birchmore compels it. Change is never easy, but it is always necessary, especially in the face of such a tragedy. Section 10. The long road ahead. The legal battle surrounding Sandra Birchmore's death is just beginning. The trial of Matthew Farwell promises to be lengthy and complex, filled with emotional testimony and difficult questions. But regardless of the outcome, the impact of this case will continue to reverberate throughout the community and beyond. It has exposed the vulnerabilities of power, the importance of accountability, and the urgent need for reform. The road ahead will be long and challenging, but the pursuit of justice, the fight for a safer and more just society, must continue. The pursuit of justice is a marathon, not a sprint. It demands unwavering commitment and a belief in a better tomorrow. Section 11. Never again. The tragic death of Sandra Birchmore serves as a stark reminder that even in the most peaceful of towns, darkness can lurk. Her story is not just a tale of loss, but a call to action for communities everywhere. It highlights the devastating consequences of abuse of power and the urgent need for accountability, transparency, and justice. The systems in place must be scrutinized and reformed to prevent such tragedies from happening again. But amidst the grief and outrage, there is also a glimmer of hope. The community's response has been one of unity and resilience, showing that even in the darkest times, people can come together to support one another. The community's unwavering pursuit of justice, their demand for change, is a testament to the power of the human spirit. Their collective voice is a powerful force, pushing for reforms and ensuring that Sandra's death was not in vain. It is a beacon of light, illuminating the path towards a future where such tragedies are never repeated. This light guides us, reminding us of the importance of vigilance and the need to stand up against injustice. Sandra Birchmore's legacy will not be defined by her tragic death, but by the fight for justice that it ignited. Her story has become a symbol of the struggle for a better, safer world. Her memory will forever serve as a reminder that we must never stop fighting for a world where everyone feels safe, protected, and empowered to speak out against injustice. It is a call to action for all of us to remain vigilant and proactive. The fight for justice continues, fueled by the memory of Sandra Birchmore and the unwavering belief that her death will not be in vain. Her legacy lives on in the hearts and actions of those who strive for a just world.